All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Officer Doug.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the 2018 D.A.R.E. Medlar View Elementary D.A.R.E. graduation. I'd like to start off by thanking the ones who make this program possible. That's the City of Miamisburg, the Miamisburg City Schools, and the Miamisburg Police Department. Without their support, this day would not be possible. I'd also like to thank the fourth graders who are in attendance. I appreciate you guys coming down. I look forward to seeing you next year in D.A.R.E. class. I also like to thank all the parents and relatives who were able to make it to the D.A.R.E. graduation today. I had a great time working with your kids this year. They're a great group. And we talked about a lot of topics. Some of the topics we talked about were accurate information about alcohol and tobacco. We talked about making good decisions and resisting peer pressure. We talked about bullying, how to be good citizens. And finally, we talked about how to be safe with over-the-counter and prescription drugs. The main goal of the D.A.R.E. program is for you guys to take the information we talked about this year and use it, especially as you guys grow older, get into middle school and high school and encounter some difficult situations. Think about some of the things we talked about in D.A.R.E. class. Some people have joined us to congratulate you today on your accomplishment. We have from the Miamisburg Police Department, the Chief of Police, John Sedlak. From the Miamisburg City Schools, we have your Superintendent, Dr. David Vale. From the Miamisburg Municipal Courts, we have the Chief Probation Officer, Chantel Jennings. And of course, you all know your principal, Mrs. Woods. All of our guests would like to say a few words to you, and we'll begin with Chief Sedlak.
Thank you, Officer Doug. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Good to see all the smiling faces. Good afternoon, parents and friends and family. The first thing I want to do, the Mayor Dick Church is usually here for every one of these graduations. And matter of fact, I'm not sure what's held him up today, but obviously something very, very important has. So I just want to send his congratulations to you. And oftentimes what he has to say to you and what I have to say to you are very, very similar. So this message will really stand for both of us today. You know, through the school year and through your D.A.R.E. classes, you've learned a lot of good things. You have a lot of information. The fact that you're here to graduate today means that you've learned the lessons well. Well, that's just the beginning, and that's the easiest part. The hardest thing to do is make a decision that maybe isn't popular at the time, and you're receiving a lot of peer pressure to make a different decision. So inside you have a little inkling that says, I know I should do this, but you got others perhaps who are saying, nah, do this, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Well, you have to listen to the inside voice telling you otherwise. And that's when you really have to rely on the lessons that you learned here in D.A.R.E. through the school year. That's when it will become very important. And that is the only time it will be very important, is when you have to draw upon it and use it. If somebody tells you to do something that you know is not right, I guarantee you it's wrong. Your inside voice, that intuition, is almost always right. Almost always right. And a person that is trying to lead you down the wrong path will either be misinformed themselves and not know any better, but you do, or they're really not your friend. And many times it's the latter, they're really not your friend. So it's important that each one of us understand who's responsible for your well-being. Who is it? Who's primarily responsible for it? You are. You are. There's going to be many times nobody else is with you. You are. So that's when these lessons will become very important. Could be this summer. Could be next summer. Could be next school year. It could be any time throughout your lives. That's that's when these lessons will come into play very importantly. So I hope you remember that. I hope you stay safe through the rest of the school year, through a great summer, let's hope, and then into next school year. Thank you very much.
Makes more sense over here. You can continue.
Dr. Vitt?
Thank you. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure for me to be here to congratulate you on your graduation from D.A.R.E. On behalf of the Miamisburg City School District Board of Education, the administration and staff, we want to wish you well and wish you congratulations on completing this program. It's a very important part of your education. You know, you've got a great group of teachers and support. They're sitting behind you. They were your first teachers. They're your support, your parents, your older brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, grandparents, whomever. They were your very first teachers. And then you started your education in Miamisburg City Schools, and you've got a great group of teachers here, teaching everything from English, math, science, social studies, phys ed, music. And we consider Officer Sherritt's one of our teachers as well, teaching you things we don't teach you, how to make smart and good decisions, making the right choice. So you need to continue to do that. As you move forward, as they talk about, we'll talk about the challenges that you'll face. Someone will tempt you, someone will ask you to do something. You've got people there to rely on. You know, it is your responsibility. You're accountable for yourself, but you've got each other. You've got the people sitting back there behind you. You've got your teachers. You've got your classmates. Okay? Make sure you rely on them. You're not in this alone. We're all here together to help one another. You know, last thing I want to say is, you know, we talk about a lot of things going on in the world, whatever it may be, drugs, alcohol, tobacco, violence, you know, senseless school shootings. You know, you need to say something. If you know something, see something, hear something, please say something. You know, we've got a bullying button on our district website. That's not just for bullying. Anything you see or do or hear that you want us to know about, let us, you know, hit that button. Put something in there. We'll respond to it and we'll look into it. Because we can't do anything about anything if we don't know about it. But if you let us know, we're here to help you. We're all in this together. We want you to be the best that you can be. So we want you to wish you a great last week of school. Next Wednesday is the last day. I'm sure you probably didn't know that yet, but I'll go ahead and break that news to you. I know the teachers already knew that, but want you to have a great summer and best of luck next year at the middle school and continue to make those good decisions. Take care.
Next, we have Ms. Jennings.
Good afternoon. Judge Reddick was unable to attend. He wanted me to extend his congratulations to all the graduates. I would echo much what the counterparts have said today, that you're going to face a lot of challenges in the upcoming years, and you need to really rely on those trusted people around you, your friends, your parents, your teachers. If you see something or you have any questions, I'd encourage you to absolutely ask them. Don't be afraid to ask any question. It's much more important that you get the right answer. So make sure that you do that, and I hope you all have a great summer.
The last thing the students do as part of D.A.R.E. class is they write a D.A.R.E. report, and we've selected a few to share their reports today. And we'll begin with Elijah Fackler.
Hello, welcome to Medlar View's 5th grade D.A.R.E. graduation. My name is Elijah Fackler and I'm in Miss Osborne's class. It is my pleasure to share my D.A.R.E. report with you today. Have you ever wondered what could happen if you take too much medicine, or drink too much alcohol, or let peer pressure get to you? D.A.R.E. class has given me the information I need to know the answers to these questions and make good decisions about how to handle dangerous or uncomfortable situations. In fact, once I had to make an important decision and I used the D.A.R.E. decision-making model to choose the best option. I had to decide if I should go to my brother's party or a party for my grandpa. After thinking about it, I decided to go to my brother's party because I love him so much. I knew my grandpa would understand. That was the best choice for me. I wanted to thank Officer Doug for teaching me the facts about drugs, smoking, stress, alcohol, peer pressure, and medications. All of this knowledge will help me live a safe and happy life as I get older. Thanks, Officer Doug, and thank you for listening to my D.A.R.E report.
Next, we have Zoe Smallwood.
Good afternoon. Welcome to D.A.R.E graduation. I am Zoe Smallwood and I am in Miss Clausen's homeroom class. I would like to share my D.A.R.E report with you today. D.A.R.E is a learning system about drugs, alcohol, and other dangerous pressures for kids my age. In D.A.R.E, I learned some interesting facts like how tobacco can cause yellow teeth and bad breath. I also learned that it is illegal to have possession or abuse alcohol if you are under the age of 21. In D.A.R.E class, I learned how to use the D.A.R.E decision-making model. I was asked about a time in my life when I had to make a decision. Then I applied that to the D.A.R.E decision-making model. My experience was when I had to choose whether to go to a softball game or to a party for my friend. Next, I had to assess my options and make a choice. I chose to go to the softball game and celebrate with my friend later. I made a commitment to my team and I know my friend will be okay with us celebrating later. In D.A.R.E, I learned ways to make good decisions in my life. In fact, D.A.R.E taught me how to make good decisions that will help me throughout my entire life, including how to manage stress and how to use over-the-counter and prescription medications safely. I would like to thank Officer Doug for dedicating his time to help 5th graders in Miamisburg learn about D.A.R.E. Thank you.
And J.J. Darst.
Good afternoon. My name is J.J. Darst. I am in Miss Bosman's classroom, and I'm happy to see so many smiling faces in the audience today for our D.A.R.E graduation. D.A.R.E is a very helpful and meaningful experience for 5th graders at Medlar View. In D.A.R.E class, I learned many interesting facts. These include the many harmful effects of drugs, alcohol, peer pressure, stress, and medication. I also learned about the D.A.R.E decision-making model. I used this model when I had to decide if I should go to my cousin's football game on Friday night or stay home and rest for my baseball game on Saturday morning. I assessed my options and responded by choosing my baseball game. I made a commitment to my teammates and didn't want to let them down. In the future, I will use the things I learned and D.A.R.E to make good choices. I will say no to illegal drugs, cigarettes, tobacco products, and alcohol. D.A.R.E has taught me many ways to say no. Thanks to Officer Doug, I will have a safer and bright future. Thank you.
All the students did a great job on their report, and those three are a perfect example of that. The last group of people I'd like to thank are the ones that make my job as the D.A.R.E officer very easy, and that's the staff here at Medlar View, and that begins with your principal, Mrs. Woods. And the 5th grade teachers, Mrs. Bossman, Mrs. Osborne, Mrs. Fox. It's now time for you to receive your certificates, and we'll begin with Mrs. Bossman's class.
I just want to take a quick minute to thank everyone for coming to D.A.R.E graduation today. Our 5th graders have really been looking forward to this. They enjoy D.A.R.E class so much. Officer Doug is wonderful. I think you would all agree. Yes. Someone mentioned earlier that we consider Officer Doug a teacher, and he is a natural. He does such a good job with kids, and we are so lucky to have him come visit us once a week for about 10 weeks and teach us everything we need to know to be safe. So thank you so much, and let's go ahead and get started with their certificates. We'll begin with Nana Harrison. And let's go ahead and save our applause until each class is finished. Elena Algren, Kellen Aldred, Chloe Angerer, Andrew Boyer, Marcus Brown, Stephen Childs, J.J. Darst, Dakota Matheny, Rachel Head, Kara Lund, Rainey Lyons, Alyssa Palmer, Jay Peach, Ethan Plews, Jenna Roundtree, Colin Shannon, Campbell Simpson, and Jocelyn Ween. And that takes care of my class.
Next, we have Mrs. Osborne's class.
Rayleon Barnes, Sabir Bashatov, Kyra Davis, Lily Denny, Eli Fackler, Kirsten Fornshell, Lucas Fullenkamp, Michael Fullenkamp, Leah Gillen, Zena Ismail, Sam Kyleholes, Eli Kenny, Kayla McGuire, Zoe Myers, Sophia Schaefer, Hayden Snow, Gavin Tracy, Jessa Whitaker, Lauren Williams, Jayana Burrow, and Lee Green. I'm so proud of all of you.
Mrs. Clausen's class.
All right, Darian Anderson. Andrew Bearcliff. Emily Bodzik. Addison Byram. Jaden Combs. Jacob Chrisinger. Alex Cuddy. Devin Grumillion. Ty Hunter. Brooke Kinley. Catherine Matalka. Owen Post. Kevin Sewell. Wyatt Shahan. Zoe Smallwood. Jana Smith. Michael Snyder. Nicholas Snyder.
Ms. Osborne's or Bosselman?
Over here.
Right here.
Gracie
Good
Turpin.
job, buddy. Congratulations.
Gracie Turpin.
Congratulations.
Gracie Turpin. And Madison White. Great job, everybody.
Last thing we'll do as part of our graduation is watch a short little video of classes here at Medlar View. Once again, I appreciate everyone coming out today. Fourth and fifth graders have a great, safe, and happy summer. I look forward to seeing you guys next year in their class. And I appreciate everything you guys did for me this year. Thank you very much.